Oh, welcome. Oh no.
What happened?
It's not picking up the screen.
I wouldn't have done that. Is it on?
It is.
Is it plugged in?
Minor technicalities. Anybody in
I don't think
Chat.
anyone. Oh, there's two.
Oh,
Oh, it's magic.
I moved this. Can anybody hear us? Hello?
That mic's picking up. It's showing.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. Because, like, I
My
moved these.
one's not on.
Oh, it is. Sorry. We're good. Ow. Alright. I was moving the little black box around and I
Is it up now?
It is.
How do you know?
We're live.
I don't see it.
Oh, hang on.
Turn it back on.
Is it in the corner?
No. Oh yeah, I can.
Okay.
That was a piece of tape.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today we are playing For the Queen. So this is the game by Darrington Press. They are going to have this game demoed, I believe, at Gen Con, but they're not selling it. However, we will have this at our booth, so be sure to stop by and pick it up. It is a storytelling card game. For any of those who've played Fiasco, it plays a little bit like that. Fiasco, by the way, is a super fun party game because you can play it with you can play up to like 8 people, give or take, but you create stories like within a group. You basically just make a movie. It's super fun. I love it. It's one of my favorites. But today we're playing For the Queen. The artwork is super pretty on this. Off to the side here. So, this is the main question. Questions that I will shuffle. And then if you want, you can pick out a queen that you really like. So, typically what you would do is you would go around the table, but because it's back and forth, it's kind of easier if one person just reads the rules. There's 17 cards for the rules, and you just start off with that. So I will read while you decide which queen you would like to play with today. Okay. It says go around the table clockwise, taking turns reading these cards out loud. The land has been in turmoil for as long as any of you have been alive. The Queen has decided to undertake a long and perilous journey to broker an alliance with a distant power. The Queen has chosen all of you and no one else to be her retinue and accompany her on this journey. She chooses you because she knows that you love her. You are welcome to look through the illustrated cards for inspiration. If there is one that players are drawn to, display it on the table to represent your queen. You can, however, make up your own queen. You can have one in your mind. If there's if you want to play with the Queen of Hearts or something, feel free. It's whatever you want on the table to represent your queen. Find the card that reads the Queen is under attack. You defend her and remove it from the question card deck. Then shuffle the remaining question cards and place them face down on the center of the table. You have bigger hands than I do.
Well,
I struggle
we'll
with tarot
see.
size. So if you shuffle them like regular cards, shuffle regular. No. I will take over. You continue reading the rules.
I read. Have you read 7?
I believe I just read that one.
Yep.
Yep.
Place the card that reads, the Queen is under attack, do you defend her, randomly into the middle of the question card deck for a game that lasts about an hour, or into the bottom third of the deck for a game that lasts about 2 hours. 2 hours!
Yeah, I can go for however long you want, because these questions are very open-ended.
Okay.
And it all kind of depends on
The vibe.
yeah, the kind of vibe that you're going for.
When you have read the rule cards, take turns drawing question cards and reading them aloud. Interpret your card and answer it however you wish. Other players may ask you questions or make suggestions on your turn, but whether you answer those questions or include those suggestions is entirely up to you. Place the X card somewhere everyone can easily reach it.
She's got a dark or red. I like the red.
That's the red. If you encounter a question or an answer that you don't want to be included in the game, tap the X card. That content is removed from the game. Okay. If you draw a card that is removed this way by yourself or someone else, simply draw another card and continue your turn as usual. So if someone says no, you just keep drawing.
Which, it's a thing in Fiasco too. It's a let's not sort of thing to kind of avoid, like, if you have a tendency.
I want this card for other conversations. I can be like,
no. It's a super. I love that in games that are like this, where they're like RPG without the G, basically, because like some people can go off the rails and are like, let's come back from that one. Let's change direction, shall we?
Okay. You can also choose not to take a turn on any round. To do so, say pass. The next player can answer the question you drew or draw a new one as they prefer.
Which is fun, because if you get a question there, you're like, actually, I want you to answer this question instead.
Continue answering question cards until the queen is under attack card is drawn. Each player should answer that question in turn. Then the game is over. Whoever wants to can draw the first question card. Okay, how do you win? Or do you don't win?
So there's no win, it's just the end to the story. So think of it like we're world building or creating a story or a movie, in a sense, right?
Okay.
When I played this the other day, it came off as like very Game of Thrones.
But we can make it as unhinged as we want.
Right, exactly. Or we can make it as PG as we want. Like it all.
Unhinged doesn't mean inappropriate.
No, like it can get crazy. When I played this the other night, my friend basically was the queen's secret lover, and then I was like her hired assassin that was from another country that came in and like did all of her dirty work for her, and then eventually turns on her in the end.
So it's a play pretend.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a nice, fun little story. So you chose the birthday queen. So this is the birthday queen, which was created by Maxine B. Super pretty.
Maxine is the name of my dead cat.
Jesus. That's out
She
there
was
in the
named
world now.
after my great aunt.
But the art for these queens are so pretty. Like this is the one that we played with. But there's 12 double-sided and then one single-sided one. But like the art is so pretty for this game. I love them. All right. Would you like me to start with a question?
Are you not gonna get a queen?
No, we all play for the same queen.
I thought she was mine.
Ooh, the same queen.
We can make the same. Okay.
All right.
So I'll put her in the middle.
What brings out the queen's kindness? Oh gosh. I think she looks like she just is abundantly bubbly all of the time. You know what I'm talking about? Like she is very humanitarian and just loves people and animals. She's a very Disney princess-esque kind of vibe.
Adult Princess Sophia.
Yeah, she looks a little bit like Elena.
Oh yeah, that's probably what I was thinking about. Serving the queen is your duty. What do you do for her that is also your pleasure? So I just make something up. I get to comb the guinea pigs that she owns.
Oh, that's so cute.
They run all over the castle.
That is so. Like instead of corgis, our queen has
Yeah.
just like a horde of guinea pigs, and
Yeah.
you get to comb them. That's adorable. I love
And
that.
that's my duty, Anna. For
you're
my
like,
queen.
you're like, I get to comb them again this week. Absolutely, please and thank you. Love that. The queen once expressed a desire you knew you couldn't fulfill. What have you done about it? She wanted me to import these like very specific goats, but they don't thrive well in the environment that we're in. So I had to gently tell her, no, we can't add to our menagerie. However, I am still looking for goats that we can go ahead and bring in.
replacement.
Yeah, exactly.
It seems like something she would understand since she loves animals.
Yeah,
That
that's
she
fair.
wouldn't want to bring the goats for them to suffer.
Exactly.
You sometimes think of one member of the retinue
Mm-hmm.
as the queen's favorite. Who? What makes you think this? What is a retinue?
So it's like a group of people who are escorting. So we're currently in a group of people escorting the queen to a. Hang on a second. We're going to broker an alliance with a distant power.
Correct.
So we're traveling.
We cannot lose the plot.
Exactly.
We're
We got a
traveling.
little distracted
We're
about the guinea pig.
We're talking about back home. But right now, in this moment, we're on the road to go broker something.
Correct. So who in the retinue is the queen's favorite?
I think the water girl, because she has chronic thirst. And she just always wants her right next to her. And I understand that.
That's fair. I mean, thirsty queen is an unhappy queen. So
Yes.
yeah. I mean, I dig that.
The water person.
But also she has a tendency to like feed, or she has a tendency to also water all of the pets that are currently inside of her carriage.
So she always needs the water.
She
girl.
always,
Right there.
yeah, that makes sense. Who is this distant power you were traveling to, and why do they make you uneasy? So I'm gonna keep going along this like Disney-esque vibe that we got going on, and I want to say it's like a, oh gosh, going into like the Barbie movies, like those one like taller, creepy old like wizard or something like that. And they're just bad vibes all around, and you know they might.
Why don't you like them vibes?
Yeah, they have bad vibes. I like the idea of like they're like, ooh, we'll definitely help you, but then they're like super shady.
Lots of skeletons.
Yeah,
Just
probably
unnecessary skeletons.
too
everywhere.
many. Like they must have a necromancer, but they're keeping it hidden. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Or they're just sloppy. I mean,
undead is never really a good way to go.
no. Are we allowed to rip off each other?
Yeah.
We're not supposed to.
No, absolutely.
What do you do for the queen that no one else could? I color coordinate everything for her, and I really think I have an eye for it. And I don't think anyone else could. And especially because we're like the delegates now for our
Mhm.
kingdom for this brokerage, I feel like we all need to look our best, and I'm the one who can do it.
Yeah, I definitely don't.
Yeah. That dress,
That's very good.
you're welcome.
That's a good choice. The queen trusts you, but no one else in the royal court does. Why? I'm unreliable. She trusts me, but I'm just not good at my job.
Which is,
You know, I'm gonna say, just a general, oh gosh, I'm trying to think of all the different court jobs there are. It's definitely not jester. I'm not the jester. Yeah.
she do be
Um,
clowning. But she's not the jester.
I want to say it's the people who like dignitaries, like you talk to other countries in a sense. That's how I know about the shady people we're about to go up against.
So you've already talked to them.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't get to do much.
I always forget to like include the equivalent of fantasy version of CC anyone on my emails. So like the queen knows because I talked to her, but I forget to like include anyone else in my conversations, and I forget to go back and talk to them. So I'm just a very forgetful person.
A very forgetful delicate is a dangerous thing. You sometimes think you might be the queen's favorite. Why? And why does this worry you? I feel like when you're the favorite, there's nothing to do but fail.
Oh,
And I
about to
think,
get real up in here.
yeah, I think that she really likes me because I make sure all of the animals have matching bows that match her outfits daily. And it just brings her a lot of joy. But I mean, I feel like I'm not really contributing to the group as much as other people. So to be her favorite for something so trivial sometimes makes me feel like a fraud.
That's fair.
And it's upsetting. But I mean, the fact that I'm even on this trip, I'm a stylist going to a warring kingdom, not warring, but a tense kingdom on this delegation. And I think she just brought me to make things a little bit lighter. But that's also a burden sometimes. So it's just like,
yeah, you just gotta be
there's a lot of factors.
the comedic relief.
Yeah.
The queen thinks more highly of you than you do of yourself. How do you know this? she asked me to do a lot of things that seem absolutely impossible for me. Like those goats earlier, like I wouldn't have even like how was I gonna get those? But she trusts that I will be able to get the goats eventually.
We don't even have goats where we're from.
No,
I'm not
like,
even sure what they look like.
I'd have to go far.
Itty
for these
bitty?
goats.
Big?
I'm hoping they're little. We don't have much space left in the menagerie. I
That's
mean,
true.
the guinea pigs are taking up a lot of the palace, so we've got to like outsource some things. But I'm not good at my job. Like, why do I still have this job?
Because she believes in me.
Oh God, that sucks.
What was the last time you had the queen's undivided attention? Do you hope to have it again? We were stuck between a bubblegum pink and a cotton candy pink, and this is very important to us because shades are everything, especially when you have like 50 different animals in the same shade. You gotta make sure you like it. So that's the last time I had her undivided attention. I have to have it again when we have another color question.
Probably like what will mesh better with the skeletons and.
I was
their
about to say,
aura.
what's the vibe? Like, are we trying to match their vibe and we need to go get some dark purple on the way? Or are we wanting to like represent ourselves and do like a fluorescent? We just got to pick a vibe. And I really need her feedback.
The queen once offered you comfort. What about the memory of that will stay with you forever? I had a mental breakdown one day because I was trying to talk to these other dignitaries as well as trying to corral some cats in the palace from eating the guinea pigs. And it was just all overwhelming. And she found me just crying in a corner and she sat with me until I was better. And she, like gave me a bunch of platitudes, told me I was really good at my job, all of this stuff that, like, she's good at giving compliments, but I don't always take compliments well, so it got me through it, and I think she's a really sweet queen, and definitely helps me out, so.
If it turns out she's like secretly a dictator. And completely glossing over the fact.
Like, we're all looking at, like, all of this through rose-colored glasses.
We're like, it's always nice.
Like, she turns all the animals into, like, beasts or something.
Maybe. When did you know you were in love with the queen? I guess I'm in love with the queen.
It could be, like, a platonic love or something like that.
I think I realized I was in love when I saw how well she takes care of everybody and everything.
It's hard
that
not
she
to love
has.
her like
Yeah.
that, you know?
She's very like, once you're in, you're in.
Mm-hmm.
And she's very like, loyalty means everything. And if you're loyal, she's going to take care of you.
Yeah.
And I love that about her.
Absolutely. I think that's really good too, because like she's also loyal to you if you're loyal to her.
Mhm.
So the queen ordered you to do something you knew you would regret. Have you forgiven yourself for doing it? She ordered me. It's hard. She ordered me to clean out the pen that we have at the back.
Not the back one. That's rough, bud.
Those are where the bigger animals go. And nobody else could do it that day because everyone was sick and I was the only one who could do it.
It's like one of those times where you kind of wish you were sick.
Yeah.
But it was the plague. People lost arms, so maybe
Yeah.
cleaning out the pen wasn't so bad.
Yeah, I mean, I don't need to forgive myself, but it's more of a, does it stick with me? Yes, absolutely. Sometimes I still feel like I smell it. So that's fun. But yeah, absolutely.
That was a rough time for everyone.
It wasn't good.
No.
It was a terrible time for the kingdom.
What do you do for the queen that anyone else could, and why does she make you do it? That anyone else could? I mean, I guess I'm a little like egotistical that I don't think anyone can do. But I guess.
They could, but would it be as good?
But would it be as good?
Exactly.
Probably not. I do polish the crown, and probably anyone could.
Is
I mean,
that why it's
delicate.
so shiny?
Guilty.
Oh my god.
Yes. And I could train somebody to do that, but she makes me do it because she thinks that it keeps me humble. And she's right. There's only so much polish you can get under your nails before you want to scream, but can't all be fun and games. You gotta have a little give and take.
That's true. That's true. You do such a good job of it, though.
I appreciate
didn't
that
know
you
that
see
was a
that
you
shining
thing.
one. It's a me thing.
What did you bring with you that endangers the queen? So
I'm telling you.
she's not like deathly allergic to minks, but not minks, ferret.
Where'd you even get a ferret?
I got one from like a dignitary that like gave it to me as a gift.
Is it a gift or a bribe?
Yeah, exactly.
We don't talk about it because it obviously was not a gift for her.
Yeah,
She's
but also it was
allergic.
really cute, and I couldn't say no because it was a baby.
Usually say no to bribes.
Not a bribe, a gift of a tiny
A gift.
creature.
A gift.
She's allergic to ferrets, but I'm making sure that I like it's not deathly allergic. She just gets a lot of sniffles and her eyes get red, and I try to make sure that my hands are clean anytime I visit her. Make sure I'm like,
And you brought it on the trip because
I couldn't leave him with Hector. Like
he only made that stew one time.
it
It wasn't even what we thought it was. It was roadkill. There was a misunderstanding. Everything turned out okay. It doesn't mean Hector kills the animals. He just finds them and puts them in the soup. My problem, he didn't tell us what was in the soup before we ate it. That was my issue. I did not agree with everybody saying that he had taken animals out of the menagerie.
Yes, but he's also not good at remembering to like feed and water the creatures that he's supposed to be in charge of.
Which is why
because
he has
gets
so much
obsessed
for
with
the stew.
Like,
I guess
that's the
just
thing.
naturally making stew animals if you
And she's
don't take
bonded
care of
with
them.
me. Like, she likes me. She's in my own carriage. Like, I keep her separate. She's not like
Ferrets are a
out
little
running
devious,
around.
so
So.
we'll see how that ferret turns out. And also, I should be color coordinating that, so you should.
I'm sorry.
When was the last time the queen used you?
Was it for-
I will say I volunteered, but I did lay down in a mud puddle to make sure that her dress wouldn't get dirty because I wasn't wearing anything good. I hadn't gotten changed yet. So I made sure to lay down in the mud and just make sure she could really just avoid it. And I didn't mind that. I don't mind that from her. She's a good person. She took off her heels beforehand, put them in her hand.
That is true. I mean, she could have left them on, and you
A lot of
could
queens
had
would have left it on.
Little divots, but
Stilettos.
they look really good in that dress, though.
I know. Girl, I know. That's why I picked them.
In your eyes, what makes the queen beautiful? Literally everything. All of the colors in the rainbow look good on her.
That's true.
She carries herself so well. She's not like pompous or arrogant. Her hair is gorgeous. Have you like seen those locks? Like she's kind and sweet. She's just an overall fantastic person. Nothing but good vibes. And we love a good vibe queen.
We love a good vibe. We don't like the bad vibes. Do we even know the name of the person we're gonna go see?
Nope. Well, I mean, I'll think of it eventually.
Yeah. Shouldn't you know that?
I have
Miss
it in my
Delegate?
notes. I'll have to look.
The ferret ate your notes. What promise did the queen make to you before this journey? Do you think she'll keep it? She promised she wouldn't leave me there
Why would she leave you there?
because I have abandonment issues.
Oh my god.
And I was just afraid. I mean, it's weird to take your stylist on a trip like this. That was a little suspicious. Like, are you just trying to get rid of me? Like, were you unhappy with the colors? And she said, absolutely not. I just want to look my best for this trip. I'm like, you can't take me there and then leave me there. Or like, if I get captured, like, you can't let me stay there because I know it's dark.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I
it's
don't
dark.
look good.
Probably a lot of greens or purples.
There's a lot of blue in that
and
kingdom.
gray.
It's a bad
Oh
vibe.
yeah, you don't like blue.
It's a bad
I
vibe.
forgot about that.
So I just asked her, don't leave me here. And as far as I know, she's not going to leave me there. But you know, things happen.
Uh-huh.
But she says she's going to do her best.
Yeah, I definitely hope that it is. And she's not gonna leave you there.
Hopefully.
I wouldn't let her. When was the last time the queen the queen criticized you, and why have her words stayed with you? She didn't like. She's taken after you a little bit. Like, you're such an influence on her. I wore an outfit to a ball a couple months ago that wasn't exactly the best put together.
I was supposed to prove outfits before you went to
and
the
I
ball.
didn't. I forgot to let you know that I had picked one out, and then
Yeah.
last minute thing, everything just kind of like up
Yeah.
in the air.
I didn't think it was
turns
that bad.
out that chartreuse and maroon don't go together.
If you're a fishing lure, it does. If you're a fishing lure, that's a beautiful combination, and the fish would have eaten you up.
Yeah.
And you know what?
I don't think I can tell colors.
That's concerning.
I only know what the colors they were because they were on the label.
Yeah. Chartreuse is very, you know? Yeah. You probably hurt everyone's eyes a little bit.
Sorry.
Yeah.
My bad. I thought it was white.
Which might...
Is
white
chartreuse
maroon-
like green?
Chartreuse is like... Do you know what a tennis ball is?
Yeah.
It's that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that was an interesting choice. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
But everybody makes mistakes.
She criticized the way I looked, and I definitely have, her words have stuck with me, but it's mostly because I now have to double check my wardrobe tags before I go out.
Yes. It's great that in our kingdom, every piece of clothing has the color that it is.
Exactly. Yeah, it's great, because there's colorblind people, apparently.
She made that decree 5 years ago. I kind of questioned it, but now I'm like... It was a move towards inclusion that I didn't even know we needed.
There you go.
And
Yeah.
that's just the kind of person she is.
That's how great she is.
She's just always thinking of the bigger picture. What specific restraints has the queen placed on you that don't apply to anyone else? Probably the handcuffs.
I'm sorry?
The restraints.
She actually used handcuffs on you?
Yeah.
Why?
You know, I think sometimes I just get a little too hyper. And she just wants me to sit down. And she doesn't use them on anyone else.
Are they her timeout?
The timeout handcuffs. And so far, I'm the only one who's gotten them.
Handcuffs, McBeat, welcome. So, this is a wild time.
I'd say the handcuffs. And they don't apply to anyone else because they are my handcuffs. So no one else can wear them.
I mean, they've got your name on embroidered.
Yeah.
Not
And it's got that
embroidered,
soft
but, like,
leather.
etched.
So.
Yeah.
Because I'm just, you know.
Oh, God, that's so funny. I laughed too hard and made myself dizzy. What question do you wish you could ask the queen? What keeps you from asking it? What chartreuse is? And mostly because I feel really dumb not knowing colors that have fancier names than those that are in the rainbow. My education wasn't the best. I mean, I kind of came up from nothing, but she took me in.
Then you still get to be a delegate.
Yeah, I mean, I know I have more charisma than I have wisdom or intelligence. So, you know,
Sometimes pizzazz is everything.
she uses me for that. So,
Chartreuse is actually the color of an enemy kingdom, which is maybe why she's so touchy about it. Yeah. You look ridiculous on the battlefield.
It's
You
super,
can't miss them.
It's super funny because because we kept talking about greens and purples.
Yeah.
My brain wanted me to have that as my outfit. I was like, I don't want to be a bad guy.
Yeah. You gotta be careful. When was the last time the queen gave you a compliment, and why have her words stayed with you? Oh, so is there repeat cards in this? Or was yours...
Oh, what was
Yours
mine?
was not a compliment. It was
Mine was criticism.
So I get the compliment.
And then comfort. Yeah, that was it.
So all the cards are unique.
Yeah,
That's
they
cool.
should be.
The queen gave me a compliment about the way I treat the animals.
Yeah, you're really good with it.
And I get really frustrated with them sometimes, and I try not to show it, and it just, like, assured me that I haven't been, like, taking out any of my anger on our furriest of friends in the kingdom.
You don't act that way towards Penelope. Okay.
Well, I didn't know she existed until, like, 10 minutes ago. So maybe I'd make more of an effort if you didn't hide animals.
I'm sorry. I wanted
After-
to get rid of her.
I mean, parrots are fine. I would have got her macaroni to, like, burrow into or something.
That's so cute when they do that.
But I can't take care of an animal I don't know about.
That's fair. We'll have to take care of her on the way back.
No, comrade, that's all on you. You brought the ferret.
No, I mean like when we get back to the castle.
When we get back to the castle.
We'll hook her up. The queen has a pet name for you. Do you appreciate it? I don't mind it so much. I mean, the phrase "silly goose" can be.
Feels a little mean-spirited at times.
It does sometimes, but she doesn't mean it mean-spirited, and I have to just remember that. Because I am quite a silly goose. I feel like she adds the animal aspect in there because she
likes
just
animals.
likes the animals so
It
much.
is. It's better than Hector's, which is dumb donkey, which I feel like she's saying to like
rude.
really suggest he's a something else, but the alliteration's
But, I mean,
cute.
Yeah. I like it. I mean, I don't mind it so much. I'm not sure I appreciate it, but I don't mind it.
Appreciate your silly goose. What do you do that disappoints the queen on this journey?
No. Can't be a favorite all the time, can you?
I wouldn't stop talking.
You got put in the timeout
I got put in
handcuffs
the hand.
so much, but she forgot to bring
The timeout gag. The gab gag, if you will. The gab of silence.
it's just a handkerchief
Yeah.
they tie.
That's actually why I'm walking out here with you outside of the carriage.
Yeah, I
now,
mean
is
that's
that
fair.
She did say she needed a break.
She's like, I just need some time for my ears to reload.
Yeah.
Reload.
To reload.
Oh, and here's the end of the game. So we both go ahead and answer this one, but I'm pretty sure we know the answer to this. The queen is under attack. Do you defend her? Wholeheartedly. This lady is a sweet cinnamon roll and needs to be protected at all costs. I will break some skeletons down to protect this woman. So
Agreed.
they're also ugly colors apparently, and I gotta defend my new friend's sense of style. So
Yes, I will do all I can. I don't have much. I have these
you've got
shears.
like shears, yeah.
I have these shears, but against bone, that's not much.
Well, I mean, you can like do it and pop them open.
Yeah.
You know,
But we'll fight to the death for our
we
queen.
got this. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we'll take her back and make sure she's protected from the necromancy people over yonder.
Wearing
which
chartreuse.
I honestly don't remember the name of their thing. So
Maybe that's why they don't like us, because we just show up and we're like, who are you? And they're like, we've met like 6 times, but I guess that's fine. It doesn't hurt my feelings.
So that was for the queen. They have different things. So like what makes the queen beautiful. There's the opposite one in your eyes, what makes the queen ugly. And they're just super cool. You could go like it all kind of depends on like how many people you get to join it as well. I've only played this game with 2 people each, but if you play it,
It's like an improv yes and game.
correct.
So I could see like if you have good friends that you know aren't going to get embarrassed, because I feel like this might be really hard for somebody who struggles with imagination. But if you like have a group of friends that you know likes to do this sort of thing, you could riff off each other for like hours.
Yeah,
doing
and,
like dumb things.
If you do it in like a party and you've got like just some drunk people, like super
That would be
fun.
so fun.
Yeah, it can get wild because like if you have 5 different people and they're getting the different types of cards, so like you have people in the retinue who have different relationships and opinions of the queen. So super fun. I love this game. This game reminds me a lot of Fiasco, which I mentioned that earlier, but again, Fiasco is another one of those types of role-playing games where it's like a storytelling card game. And I just really enjoy these types of games because it gets your like imagination going, and you can just like it's good for improv work and things like that to just come up with different things. But
I'll show the spooky queen.
do you know which one it was?
Yeah. She's taking her own face off.
Oh, that lady?
This one. She probably wouldn't be fun to work for. That's funny because some of the art style is like so beautiful, but you can come up with something so ridiculous
Mm-hmm.
about it that like her face just falls off all the time,
Yeah.
and everyone's sick of it.
It's like, oh my gosh, Queen, can you like
That's actually who
attach
we were
that?
gonna go meet. Is this Bone Queen? Bone Queen.
Love it. Yeah, so this game's super fun. I bought this because these types of storytelling card games are one of my favorites, and I super enjoy them. Very much so fun with group, like the more groups of people you have, but it's also like fun to have at 2 people. Like I had a
Yeah.
blast with me and my friend Joey, and then I had such a fun time making the
Like-
Disney princess or the Disney queen that we
Yes.
did. So, but yeah, so this was for the queen. You can buy it over at our booth at Gen Con, but we also have it online. And yeah.
I'm like a bad beauty influencer. I'm like trying to get it to focus.
But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.